Hi, I'm Craig and welcome to the second video of this series about evolution. Today I'm going to talk about something that the people who initially came up with the idea of evolution knew nothing about, and that is DNA. So what is DNA? DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid, and it's a molecule that contains an organism's genetic information that is responsible for its development. And DNA is made up of nucleotides, which in turn are made up of three components: a sugar called deoxyribose, a phosphate, which is an electrolyte, and electrolytes are electrically charged minerals. And thirdly, nitrogenous bases. Okay. These are bases with nitrogen. So the four bases are adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine, which are often written as A, G, C, and T. Okay. And these bases, they pair up within the DNA to form base pairs. Adenine always pairs with thymine, and guanine always pairs with cytosine. And these are connected to each other by hydrogen bonds. A hydrogen bond is an attraction between atoms, one of which is hydrogen, and the others can be any electronegative atom, such as oxygen, chlorine, or fluorine. And the positive and negative charges make the bases just interlock, and they maintain a constant distance from each other. You may have heard the term double helix. Okay, this is just the shape that the DNA takes. Okay, it's like a ladder with being the backbone being the sides, and the base pairs are the rungs of the ladder twisted into a double helix shape. And the DNA is located in the nucleus of our cells. Some of our cells, such as red blood cells, start off with a nucleus, but then they lose the nucleus after the cell is formed, and it's because the blood can carry more oxygen that way. So the red blood cells need to be replaced about every 3 months. So now that we know what DNA is, what does it do? So DNA stores and transmits genetic information, which is then passed down from parent to offspring. And as I mentioned earlier, DNA is made up of nucleotides, which are bases that code for proteins. The sequence of nucleotides within the DNA is interpreted in groups of 3 codons. Okay. The codons, they specify the amino acid that makes up a protein. The order of the amino acids in a protein is determined by the order of the bases in a gene's DNA. Transfer RNA or tRNA then assembles the protein one amino acid at a time. So for example, the DNA triplet or codon AAA is transcribed into the RNA codon UUU. Okay. And UU or uracil is found in RNA instead of thymine. So instead of AGCT, you have AGCU. So this codon UUU produces the amino acid phenylalanine, and the order of the bases are important. The codons UUU and UUC, okay, they code for phenylalanine, But if the order is changed to CUU, then it codes for leucine instead. Now, there are 64 codons, and 61 of these code for amino acids, but 3 of these codons specify the start or end of protein synthesis. These are called stop codons. When the ribosome reaches a stop codon, it detaches itself from the messenger RNA, or the mRNA, and then releases the amino acid chain. This is called termination. There is another type of DNA found within our bodies, and that is mitochondrial DNA, which is found in the cytoplasm of a cell. mtDNA, it's arranged in a circular shape, and mitochondria has its own DNA because it is a living organism independent of us. But we cannot live without mitochondria, and it cannot live without us. And this is because about 1.5 billion years ago, a single-celled organism, a prokaryote, engulfed and enslaved mitochondria as a constant source of energy through a process called endosymbiosis. Yes, endosymbiosis. So we developed a symbiotic relationship with mitochondria, which is found in all eukaryotic cells. Mitochondria are often called the powerhouses of the cell because they act like batteries, providing us with energy. So we have now spoken about what DNA is, what it does, and where it is located, but that doesn't tell us how it is involved within evolution. So make sure you like and subscribe so you're notified when I upload the next video where I will explain the role DNA plays in reproduction. Bye for now.